Pinocchio. Old woodcarver Geppetto lived alone. His greatest dream was to have a son. One day he found a glowing piece of wood. When he started carving, the wood twisted and let out a laugh. "Ha ha, that tickles." Geppetto was surprised and delighted. He knew this was a gift from heaven. He carefully carved the wood, dressed the puppet in beautiful clothes, and named him Pinocchio. When the last cut was made, a miracle happened. Pinocchio's eyes opened, and he jumped off the bed, running everywhere. Geppetto made Pinocchio new shoes and prepared a school bag and textbooks. Pinocchio was very happy. He said, "Father, I want to go to school, to become a real boy." Geppetto sold his only coat to buy textbooks for Pinocchio. On the way to school, Pinocchio met a circus. The circus master saw Pinocchio could talk and wanted him to perform. Pinocchio performed wonderfully. The circus master gave him gold coins. Pinocchio happily ran home, wanting to give the gold coins to his father. On the road, he met a fox and a cat. The fox tricked him. He said, "If you plant gold coins in the field of miracles, by tomorrow they will grow into a tree full of gold coins." Pinocchio believed them and went to the field of miracles. The fox and cat tied Pinocchio to a tree, stole his gold coins, and ran away. Pinocchio was trapped in the tree, cold and hungry, regretting deeply. The next morning, the blue fairy appeared. The blue fairy asked Pinocchio, "Where are your gold coins?" Pinocchio lied and said they were stolen. At this moment, Pinocchio's nose started to grow longer and longer. The blue fairy said, "Lying children will have noses grow very long." Pinocchio was scared. He admitted he was tricked. The gold coins were not really stolen. The blue fairy used magic to restore Pinocchio's nose to normal. The blue fairy told Pinocchio, from now on he must only tell the truth. The blue fairy used magic to send Pinocchio back home. Pinocchio returned home, only to find his father had gone. To look for him, Pinocchio decided to go to the seaside to find his father. He came to the seaside and saw his father on a small boat. Suddenly, a strong wind picked up, and the boat was overturned. Pinocchio jumped into the sea to save his father, but was swallowed by a big whale. In the whale's belly, Pinocchio found his father. They hugged and cried together. Pinocchio thought of ways to escape. He said to the whale, "Mr. Whale, could you sneeze? We want to get out." The whale really sneezed and blew Pinocchio and his father out. They swam back to shore and met a kind fisherman. The fisherman took them in, giving them food and a warm bed. Pinocchio helped the fisherman every day. he became hardworking and sensible. The blue fairy appeared again. She was very pleased with Pinocchio's changes. The blue fairy said, "Pinocchio, you have learned honesty and bravery. I have decided to grant your wish." When Pinocchio woke up, he found he had finally become a real boy. His father Geppetto was overjoyed. Tears of happiness streamed down his face. They returned home together and started a new life. Pinocchio went to school every day, studying knowledge seriously. After school, he helped his father with housework, taking care of his father. Pinocchio also helped his neighbors, becoming a good child everyone liked. One day, Pinocchio met his old friends. The friends said enviously, "Pinocchio, how did you become a real boy?" Pinocchio smiled and said, "Because I learned honesty, bravery, and kindness." Pinocchio finally understood. As long as you are a good child, your dreams will come true. From then on, Pinocchio and his father lived a happy life together.